Hey guys, welcome to the ARMR Report. I'm your host, Brett Rosenthal. As always, this is a show about stock market investing in the millennial age, is what I like to call it. Everything I talk about is information that I'm revealing that I use for my own personal portfolio and for investors I work with through Interactive Brokers. Now, I've been on the road all week, and the fact of the matter is, guys, I miss you. I can't believe it. I took you on a family vacation. So I'm going to get to a couple things here that have happened during the week because I work 24/7 even when I'm with the kids and the family. A couple quick things I want to mention. I want to talk about energy real quick. I want to talk about some of the cannabis stories that have come out, and then round out with an alert that there's going to be an earnings announcement tonight that should be pretty important. But before I get to that, let's just make sure you guys see exactly where I've taken you. I feel like we're friends now. I feel like we're family. So I took you on a family trip. All right, let's see where we are. Come on, come a little bit further with me. There you go. There you go. Just a quick look. Oh, there's the view for you guys. That's where I'm spending my time this week. I just thought you guys would enjoy coming with me. Now, on a more serious note, a couple of things, and I'm going to make this real quick because I got to cut out. The kids are in the other room, and they're looking forward to jumping in the pool and going to the beach with me. Real quick, number one, we talked about energy stocks last week. We looked at a couple of our favorite names, AMLP, which is the pipeline ETF, XOP, which is the exploration and production companies, Schlumberger, Exxon, these are dividend payers. They're all trying to make a base. They're all challenging that support. So no matter how much I like an idea, no matter how great I think an idea is, challenges support. We have to respect that. We have to cut losses if our stops are hit. They haven't been hit yet, but I just wanted to remind you about that. Every time I share with you information about a position or a new position in the portfolio, there's always stops. Forgive me, I know the screen's a little bit dark today because there's light everywhere. I can't be setting this up like a studio so you can see me, but you all know what I look like. Maybe you'd rather that view. All right, moving on. Cannabis plays, real quick. We saw CURA today make an announcement. They have made another major acquisition. I find that a little bit strange. They haven't even closed the last acquisition of Select. The DOJ is in the process of looking over 4 of these big deals. So I don't know. I guess I would assume that means CURA thinks that their other deal is going to close. And so they're rolling on and assuming that the DOJ will just close deals shortly, which would be very positive for this group if it actually happens. Charlotte's Web added another major piece to their management suite, their C-suite. The CEO of the company is now bringing over her favorite people from Kellogg's. And they talked a lot about global expansion for Charlotte's Web with the C-suite they have set up. As you all know, that remains my favorite cannabis position right now. Cannabis stocks are struggling at the moment, right? It's hard to make money in this space, and a lot of these stocks are getting destroyed, as we talked last week about CTST. But Charlotte's Web continues to separate itself from the pack, and the management team is part of that. Management team is CTST, Canada Trust, terrible, can't trust them. Management team is Charlotte's Web, guys from Kellogg's and J&J and InBev and all of these major companies, and they're moving away from those companies to take major position roles, management roles at Charlotte's Web to make it a dominant world brand. That's exciting to me. Valens Grow Works. Listen to that conference call. Tell me what you guys think about it. I was unable to sit down and listen to it. I think it was yesterday. I'm reading a lot of stories off of that call. I was looking for a better number. So I want to listen to that call and see where we're at, that stock. And then let's just wrap up real quick with IBM. That's the WhiteBoard name. That's the dividend payer. That's the passive investment idea that I like in my portfolio. Now, I've worked on this stock for a couple of years. I know everyone hates it. I know Warren Buffett dumped it. I know all these stories. I know that the legacy part of their business is like an anvil around their neck, dragging them down into the deep. But I submit to you, there will be a quarter in here where they turn the corner and people start to move away. Analysts start to care less about the decline of the legacy business and care more about the rise of their new focuses having to do with hybrid cloud and blockchain and AI and all of these things driving new revenue streams. I don't know what quarter that's going to be. Okay, nobody does. A name as big as IBM, you can't really get any feel any better than anybody else. There's no information you're going to gather that's going to give you an edge over the street on a name as big as IBM. So what we do here is we use our algorithms to buy the stock cheap and lock in a yield of over 5%. Now the stock is up into earnings, and there's a cushion I've got on my principal there. Okay, I'm willing to give up that principal, that gain, because I want to keep collecting that dividend. So I'm assuming they're not going to say anything horrific on the call, but I do think if what they say is a continued, deterioration in their core business and there's no inflection point in their other businesses, then the stock comes down, right? It's trading in a range. So worst case scenario, I hold on to the stock and I collect better than the 5% yield as it trades in a range. Best case scenario, tonight they announce that their other initiatives are starting to take off and the street starts to believe in that story. If that's true, if that Red Hat acquisition begins to bear fruit, and we just saw yesterday an AT&T announcement where IBM is working with AT&T in a major way in a major new deal. If that's the beginning of many major new deals because of Red Hat, because of the hybrid cloud, then there's a very good possibility the stock takes off and we've locked in a yield of better than 5%. All right, so there is risk tonight. That's kind of why I came on the call today, just make sure you guys understand that. And you have to manage your own risk. I can't tell you how to run your portfolio. I don't know you. I'm not telling you what stocks to buy. I'm just sharing with you stocks I own in my own portfolio and how I navigate the risk, and hope that some of the 30 years of experience in me doing this rubs off on you and you're able to capture some upside and still protect capital. So consider, if you have that IBM position, how you want to play it today. Good thing to do is always have a calendar of the companies you own. Use Google Calendar or whatever and put in the earnings dates into the calendar way in advance so that, boom, it pops up on your phone in the morning. Hey, IBM announces earnings. And I usually do it a day early. I put it on my calendar a day early, right? Because sometimes they announce in the morning, and if you get that wrong, you get caught in a bad trade because you didn't know, and it can't happen. Okay, so I put in my Google Calendar the day before they're supposed to announce earnings that IBM is going to announce earnings tomorrow, and then I recheck, I double check to see, is it in the morning or is it after the close? There's my little tip for you for the day. All right, guys, so I'm going to get to the beach. I hope you guys are having a good time in whatever it is you guys are doing. I'll see you next week, okay, probably Monday. I'll fire up the engines again on Monday, maybe Friday. It depends on what time I get back and how things are panning out, to share with you what my thoughts are. I hope this has been helpful. Obviously, if you've enjoyed it, don't forget to tell me you like this, comment. I'm more than happy to chat with you and share my thoughts. And of course, subscribe. All right, guys, take care. Have a good time today.